Alright, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be hitting up shoulders. So the last few weeks I've made some pretty good gains, especially on shrugs. Some of the other lifts have kind of plateaued a little bit. Pardon me. With the likes of the chest support, a barbell face pull, have kind of plateaued a little bit, and that hit pretty much what I think is the top weight that I'm capable of lifting at this point in time. Anyway, with that, so I'm not expecting too much there. To be honest, the progress that I've made in shrugs has been fairly substantial, to the point where the gains, a bit like on some of the other lifts on other days, I can't expect at this stage in the mesocycle, I can't expect to be making those kind of gains going forward. So I think I was saying in yesterday's video, essentially, if I can get to the end of this mesocycle will be over about 3 weeks time, and it's been a particularly long one. So if I can get to the end of this mesocycle from this stage without regressing any, I'm going to take that as a win, even if I'm not progressing. Over the next lot of weeks, really, I should be thinking about taking a deload now, or possibly even last week. But again, because I want to spend time with the family over the Halloween break, I'm planning a deload in for that week. So I am. So rather than have two really short mesocycles, I'm just going to have one big long mesocycle, as it were. But that necessitates then sort of being realistic with the amount of progress that I'll be able to make in the next few weeks. Having said that, I will try and push where I can, and hopefully I'll make some sort of progress, even though it's only a rep here or there. So anyway, yes, we'll start off with shrugs, then we'll move on to some low cable lateral raises, then do some high cable lateral raises, then seated cable face pulls, and we'll finish off with the chest supported barbell face pull. Alright, let's get to it. all right, that's going to do it for shoulders. And to be honest, I can't really complain too much about today's workout. I essentially made a boatload of gains with it after saying in the introduction there that I've just, I need to be realistic with my goals. So essentially on Shrugs, I added 5 kilos. That's a new personal best on Shrugs. So in this mesocycle alone, I think I've made like 3. I think this is the 3rd personal best in a row I've hit on Shrugs. And not only that, but I'm pretty sure I did more reps with a heavier weight on that top set of Shrugs this week. So really, really over the moon with that. My trops afterward were, there was absolutely nothing left in my trops afterward. They're still really, really, really sore. So they are. On the low cable lateral raise, last week in the low cable lateral raise, I had dropped the weight down, sort of to half the amount of weight that I had been using, and went for reps because I feel that I get a better burn in the lateral head of the deltoid whenever I use less weight and go for reps. I inadvertently, the first 2 sets, I was wondering why it was so heavy. I didn't catch on until halfway through one of the sets. I realised the bench was moving because I hadn't pinned it down, but I went back up to the weight that I had been using before last week. So on the 3rd set of that, I dropped the weight back down and just went for reps again. And on the high cable lateral raise, I essentially went back up to the weight that I had been using prior last week, and I'm kind of glad that I did on that, because I definitely feel that I get a better contraction with a high cable lateral raise. I think it's to do with the wee niggle that I have on my shoulder, my right shoulder. I just feel that I can contract the muscle harder from the cable being up there to down here. And I'm obviously not opening that shoulder joint up. So I'm not, because you're stopping the lateral raise for the high cable lateral raise, it stops whenever your hand's down by the side of you, so your shoulder's still fairly closed. So I feel that I can just generate more force on that with that particular movement. So I'm kind of glad that I went back up and weight there. But I only caught on with the low cable lateral raise that I had put the wrong weight onto the horns whenever the bench started to move. So I feel like I kind of wasted a couple of sets there. But again, at the end of the day, the delt felt a good burn at the end of the session, so I can't complain too much about that. On the seated cable face pulls, I added 2.5 kilos to my top weight in that, which again last week I had kind of thought that had plateaued. I think I'd spent a couple of weeks just at the same sort of weight. So I added another couple of kilos to that. Really happy there too. It felt pretty good. So I did, and added a couple of kilos onto the chest supported barbell face pull on the top set of that. So really happy, really happy. And again, with a lot of the movements, it just took them until I couldn't do any more length and partials with them. So all in all, it was a really good session today. And after me thinking that, sort of doubting myself as it were, again, it's a sort of thing you can't, realistically speaking, at this stage in the mesocycle, I can't really expect gains like this week over week, but I'll take them whenever I get them, so I will. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. If you've enjoyed the video, feed the anabolic algorithm with a comment, shares, likes and subscribes, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.